Good evening all and welcome you all to the second session of International Webinar on Football Training Basics organized by Department of Basic Science and Humanities in association with the Sports Club of Rajagiri School of Engineering and Technology, Kochi, Kerala. With immense pleasure, I introduce our resource person, Mr. Justin Padickakudi, under-18 football trainer FC Sadalu, Vienna, Austria. On behalf of Rajagiri School of Engineering and Technology, and on behalf of the participants and my personal behalf, I welcome Mr. Justin Padickakudi for the second session. Thank you, and over to Mr. Justin.
Okay, Namaskaram. എല്ലാവർക്കും സുഖമാണെന്ന് വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. Thank you, Rajagiri School of Engineering and Technology, for this opportunity again. Thank you to the Department of Science and Humanities, and also a special thank you to Professor Rajagiri to give me this opportunity to conduct a second webinar. I would also like to thank all the participants who are joining us today, and also thank you to all the positive feedback regarding the last session. So based on the last feedback, we decided to focus on one training session and to show you how I conduct my training sessions. So before we start, I would like to ask, why am I even doing this training session? What is the purpose of this webinar? What is my motivation to give this webinar to you? So I'm an NRI from Austria, but I would go home to Padickakudi, specifically Padickakudi, every summer. And all the boys there, they would always welcome me every single year as if I was just there yesterday. And we would play football for hours, play football just to come home and eat, or just when it became dark. That's the time when we would come home. I realized today that there's enormous potential in Kerala. There's enormous potential and enormous talent for football in India. Why is there no football player in the Premier League? When was the last time India qualified for the World Cup? 2030. I believe India can qualify for the World Cup. 2030, I believe India can qualify for the World Cup. And all you trainers, when we work together, all of us can make a conscious contribution to this goal. So this webinar is for all aspiring coaches and all coaches who have this dream, this aspiration to make India proud and to finally qualify for the World Cup again. Okay, so that is the motivation behind this webinar. So how do we achieve this? I just want to go through first of all, how I set up my trainings. If you would have 3 training sessions for the under 6 to the under 11s, most important points are the coordination and performing the tricks. What we're trying to achieve is that we give the players the building blocks to make the right decision in the right moment. And we have to give them all the possible decisions they can make. One-on-one training is absolutely essential for kids from under 6 to under 11. At this age, especially under 6 to under 9, the kids are able to absorb a lot of data, absorb a lot of information, and absorb a lot of motions and physical techniques. This is the age where the kids are curious. This is also the age where the kids want to show that they're capable of doing something. So when I would show a new trick, within 2 seconds, every single player comes to me and says, Coach, is this how I do it? Coach, is this how I do it? So the kids are willing to learn, and we should use this, this factor to our advantage. As you can see, I also don't have a warm-up session, and I build up each training into 3 different blocks. What's very important is at the end of each training session that the players can play a game. So I will go through each of these blocks and I'll show you different types of ways I conduct my training. I would like to show you just a short clip about the players. We're starting a game and this player tries a trick. This player, if you look at his face, he's absolutely happy that he has done this trick. He has tried it and he's so confident in performing it because he has tried it so many times and now he's able to do it. This player, on the other hand, sees that it's possible, and I'm sure in the next training session, he will try to do the same thing. I'm going to show you I'm going to show you a coordination exercise that I start with. So if we go here, all right. So as you can see, I have 5 players. Every player is wearing a bib, and I set up the station. If I would have more players, I would set up the same station, just parallel. Each exercise is performed with maximum 6 players. The first thing I do is I show them what I expect from them. So in this case, 1 step in each field, change direction to the left, change direction to the right, and sprint forward. What's very important for the coaches is to be adaptive. I told the players in this situation, do the sprint towards me. Then I realized I actually want to move around and I don't want them to sprint to me. So you have to be adaptive very quickly. So in this moment, I ask them a question. I tell them, should I show you the exercise again? Other players say, no, we know what to do. And in the same moment, I quickly go get a cone so that they have a pointer to where they can sprint. So by doing that, I quickly adapted. I put the pointer, and now I can watch the players do the motion. What's important is that they just perform the basic motion. We don't have to correct them too much at this age, but they have to perform the correct motion. So as you can see, every player is engaged. He's walking back and immediately it's his turn again. So there's high efficiency in this training circuit. So again, if you have more players, just set it up parallel so that every player is working as much as possible. I start here with a very basic exercise, 1 step per field, and then I increase the complexity as we go on. So I'm going to show you the second exercise, which is the same thing.
Geht schon okay.
With just 2 steps.
Ja. Tempowechsel. Hopp, und schnell weg.
If you listen to me, I'm constantly coaching, constantly positive communication.
Ja, Lene, bleibst du dann dort stehen vorne?
All right, so this is a basic coordination exercise you can perform in your training sessions. Just make sure that you train with less than 6 players. If you have more players, just set up the same exercise parallel to each other. For the warm-up, what I would like to do is, if we go back here, we're going to start with doing the tricks. So for the warm-up, I like the players to get warm and to practice certain motions. So I actually have a list of over 70 different tricks, and I decided today that we're going to focus on these 6 tricks. So in the warm-up, I make them practice these motions. So let me show you. So what I do is I just make a square, and I ask, if you listen to me, I give advice on which trick they should do.
Tempowechsel.
I
Nicht alles im gleichen Tempo.
tell them to change the speed.
Ja. Was ist der letzte Trick von den 3? Ziehen zurück, ziehen vorlegen und? So ein Fußwechsel, genau. Ziehen Fußwechsel.
So I'm constantly communicating in a positive way to them.
Ziehen Fußwechsel, Tempowechsel, 2, 3 schnelle Schritte.
And I also tell them to change directions 2, 3 steps after the trick.
Ziehen zurück, ziehen Fußwechsel.
Now I'm asking to combine the 2 tricks which they have done before.
Ziehen zurück, ziehen Fußwechsel.
So these are the basic 3 tricks. Pull it and push it with the same foot. Pull it, bring it back behind your leg, and pull it and change direction with the other foot. Those are the 3 basic tricks which every player can combine and create other tricks with.
Mach mal Ronaldo.
Now I'm asking them to do a Ronaldo trick.
Einmal links, einmal rechts.
Of course, they have to do both
Und 2, 3 schnelle Schritte
tricks
danach.
with the left and the right foot.
Yes. Mach mal Übersteiger.
I'm asking them to do a step over. Step over, 2, 3 fast movements.
Yes. Und schnell zur Seite. Sehr gut, Luki. Ja, mach mal doppelten Übersteiger.
I'm asking to do a double step over.
Ja, sehr gut.
So always progressive tricks. Start with the simple ones and then make them more complicated. If certain tricks are too complicated, you have to stop immediately and then go back to a trick which they're capable of doing. I'll show you another video now of how we actually practice the tricks. That's here. Right. Okay, so here's the setup of the exercise. So I have 3 cones. 2 players for the 3 cones, or 3 in this in one case 3 players for the other 2 cones. So the exercise is control the ball, take it with you with the inside of the foot, perform the trick, which is in this case a step over, and then by the last cone do a turn.
Ja.
Doing the turn,
Yes.
quality
Und
pass, and the next one.
Flo. Super.
So by doing this exercise, we are teaching them here, take the ball with you immediately. You can do a trick and do a change of direction. So we can always vary these different things. In this case, in this exercise, they have to control the ball with the inside of the foot. Then they do a step over, and then they do a change of direction trick, which in German is called Schussfinte.
Flo,
just
ein
watch
bisschen
this.
vorher den Trick machen. Sehr gut, David.
So the other thing which we also practice and train is we have an inactive defender, so that when they are performing the trick, that they have awareness of the space, because anyone can dribble past a cone. So it's very important to create real life situations and that the players have an inactive defender.
Yes. Schauen, spielen. Und stell dich im Weg, David. Ja, gutes Timing, Lenia.
So again, I'm telling the players positive communication and giving them confidence in their motions. What I would also like to just point out in this situation, that it doesn't matter how good the players are, how far the players are, if they're boys, if they're girls, if they're tall, if they're short, every single player is important. Our job is to develop every single player. I'm very happy actually also to see female participants. So we need to make football more inclusive. And I'm very happy to see the interest, the passion of football is not gender. The passion of football is for everyone. So I'm very happy to see that. I just wanted to point that out. Also in this situation, I have a girl in this team. She is one of the best players I have. Also during the trainings, I don't make a distinguish between boy or girl. I don't say boys and girls, we're going to do this. I say players, all the players, we are going to do this. The reason for this is when I create, by saying boys and girls, I create a difference between these two. And then the players become aware of this, and then in their head there is this difference. But football is football. It has nothing to do with your skin color or your gender. Football is football. The passion is the same for every player.
Bist du bereit, Flo? Hol den Ball. Mitnehmen.
So in this case, even when he made a mistake, I don't have to correct him. I'm going to let him do it 3-4 times, and afterwards I would give him some advice how he can do it better. What's important is if players make mistakes, let them make mistakes. The communication has to be positive. So don't tell them that is wrong. Do it like this. Instead, say that is good, but I will show you how to do it better. In that way, we're not demotivating them, and they still have a certain level of confidence. So I'll show you another exercise, basically the same thing, but a different exercise.
Sidanrolle. Ja.
So in this case,
Sohlwende. Ja.
so in this case, they're taking the ball with the outside of the foot, they're performing a Zidane roll, and then they're doing a different motion for the turn. The players have practiced all these motions in the first exercise, in the warm-up exercise, so they are aware and they are warmed up to do these motions.
Zidane-Rolle. Ja, gut. Sohlenwende.
So outside of the foot.
Florian, stell dich im Weg.
Zidane roll.
Nächstes Mal.
And change of direction.
Sehr gut, David.
Outside of the foot.
Luki. Enger führen den Ball.
Zidane roll. Change of speed.
Yes.
Very well done from Lenia.
Ja.
And pass to the next player.
Ja.
So again, in this motion, we're practicing contact, we're practicing a trick, we're practicing a change of direction, we're practicing a clean pass. Back in the days, you would just have two cones and the player would pass the ball to him, pass the ball to him. But in this situation, we're doing so much more. We're using our time. We're using our time efficiently, and the kids are learning much more motions in the same time.
Sehr gut. Super.
All right. Okay, so this is just another variation of a trick. Let me go back to the presentation. Okay, so now I will show you something we do with passing. So the passing exercises should be match related. So I'm doing an exercise where they have to come towards the ball, and in this situation, do a press pass, and then do a change in direction again. So let's see this in action. So push,
Ja,
pass,
warte. Jetzt musst du laufen, David.
change of direction, push,
Hopp,
pass.
super.
And what I'm telling the players as well is the timing of when he's supposed to run. So when he performs the trick, this player has to decide if he's going left or right to get the ball and perform the push pass.
Früher laufen, Luki. Yes, besser.
Okay. Show you again.
Stärkere Pässe.
So I tell them to
Geh mal,
do
Luki.
fast, harder passes.
Ja, warte. Jetzt musst du laufen, David.
I'll tell them about the timing.
Hopp, super.
And after some time, they will
Geh mal, Luki.
automate it themselves.
Früher laufen, Luki. Yes, besser. Geh mal, David. Geht schon los.
And if you listen to my comments, I give them a comment and then they say, yes, it's better than last time. All you want to do is for the players to be better than the last motion that they do.
Geh mal, Flo. Anderer Fuß.
So in this case, this player has some difficulties in the exercise, but I have on purpose made him play with Lenia so that he learns from her by watching her. That is why I haven't corrected him until now, and I see that he is having difficulties.
Ja, mit links.
So in this case, he took the ball with his right foot, but he was supposed to take it with his left foot. So I still let him try it 2-3 times, and then I would correct him on how to do this motion.
Hopp, super, Lenia. Geh mal, geht schon, Flo.
Yeah, now he tried it.
Sehr gut, Luki.
And the next time it will work.
Geht schon los. Ja. Ja. Gut gelaufen.
Okay. I'm going to show you another video now on how I actually taught the players a new trick. So I would like you to see how I'm teaching the players a new trick. All right. Okay. So this is the setup. I explain the trick at the beginning. And first thing I do, I show them how to do it very slowly. I show it consciously on this side because I know these guys, after I show them once, they can do it. And then I show on purpose, I do the trick close to this player because he can see it better. I know that this player is able to perform it, but I show it close to him so that he has a better understanding of the trick. So to help this player, I show him again without the ball. And then I let the players try it. I don't correct them. I just let them try it. So while I'm watching the players, I can see who is going to do it correctly and who is not. So from the position where I'm standing, I can see everything. So in this case, I saw this player can do it. So I'm happy. So I don't have to correct that one player. But I can see this guy is not doing it correctly. This guy is not doing it correctly. So I know I have to give them some advice later. Same goes for this player. He's tried it. I notice this player can do it well. So I don't have to correct that player either. So I let them practice. I walk around. I see everything from different angles. And I let them try to be intuitive. So now I'm giving my attention to this player. I noticed that I actually want the player to go that direction. So use your hands, use your feet to make the players understand. Now what I'm trying to do is explaining him why we need the trick. So I make him be an inactive defender, and I show him what is the purpose of doing this trick. And then I play the inactive defender and make him do it. In this case, immediately he was able to perform it correctly. Now I do the same with this player. He's going the wrong direction. I correct it, tell him to go the other direction. Show him again. So now you have to do personalized training. So I'm working with that player again. I'm still watching all the others, everybody else doing what they're doing. So now I'm asking to do it slowly, do it correctly. Yeah, he tried the same motion. He did the last motion with the same foot. So now I'll show it to him slowly, right in front of him, so he can see what's happening. So now again, give it another go. Do it again. Pass, do it slowly, boom, boom, boom. Now he knows how to do it. I'm happy, I move on. Now I do the same thing with another player. This is the last player. I check if he can do it. He saw all the corrections and he knows exactly what I want. I'm happy, I move on. So here, one more time to see. Boom, boom. Yeah. So I explained to him again, he has to change the direction. If he's doing with the other foot. This is a very complicated trick, but the kids are eager to learn at this age. The kids want to be able to do it. If the coach can do it, they can do it. That is their attitude towards this. All right, now I'm moving over to the next group. I know Lenia can do it, so I actually don't have to tell her anything, but during
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
The video is not visible.
Oh, the video is not visible?
Yes.
Oh.
It is not visible.
You shared. So I'll have to start that video again. This one. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. It is visible now.
Okay. Sorry about that. I will start the whole thing again. Okay. Okay, here we go. All right. So first thing I do, this is teaching a new trick. I show them how to perform it. I show it on both sides. So everyone has a good idea of what I'm expecting. And I specifically go extra to this player and show him a dry run without the ball, how he should move his feet. Now I let the players try. From the position where I'm standing, I can see everything. Constantly communicating, constantly positively communicating. So in this situation, I see this player can do it, so I'm happy. I don't have to correct him too much. And I also observe that the other players have difficulties with this. I can see that Lenia is doing it correctly. I don't have to correct her. I give her positive feedback that she's doing a very good job. I still let the others perform it the way they want to perform it, so that they give it another try. And now I'm doing personalized training, where I pick out one player and explain him that I want the change of direction. So what I do is I show him the reason why we're doing these tricks with an inactive defender and show him how this trick is useful. So now I do the same thing. I play the inactive defender and he has performed it correctly. Now I'm going to personally train one player. I took the ball away. I explained to him because he has to go the other direction. And I show him this motion one more time. So the goal here is to make the players do the motion correctly. So now he's trying to do it slowly. He did the same motion with the right foot twice. So I'm showing him very slowly how to do it and explain him when he has to do the change of direction. So again, we're teaching to make the right decision in the right moment. So I try it with him again with an inactive defender. He's done it correctly. I'm happy. Now I move on to the next player. This player has seen all the corrections, so he will most probably know how to do it. So he has done it correctly. I try again with this player, but on the other side. And I tell him that he should be using the other foot in this case. Yeah. And again, he has to go into the opposite direction. So I show him with the other foot, you have to use the other foot. Now he's aware of the difference when he does it with his left foot and when he does it with the right foot. Yeah. So I'm happy because he has done it with both foot correctly. And now I'll go to the other group. And I try to explain to this player how to do it. So here my coaching is different in the sense that his positioning to the ball is incorrect. So I tell him to stand sideways to the ball so that he has better control. And I show him the trick one more time. So I'm telling him to move sideways to the ball so that it's that he has the better touch and also the better vision then. So please notice that players who need more attention, you have to give them more attention. Players who don't need that much attention, you don't give them the physical attention, but still you give them the communicative, positive feedback. All right. So that is how I teach a new trick. I'm going to stop this video. Okay. So back to the presentation. So the last thing we do is application of all these things which we have done in training. I want them to try them in the match. So I also enforce them to use the tricks which they have just learned and apply them in the match. So I have a short clip again. Okay. Can you see the video? All right. So before I play a normal game, I like using the colors. So I would start off this game. In this case, we have red, white, and yellow colors. I like to make the kids aware of their space. So I would, in this first game, for example, I would say two colors, red and yellow, and they play together against the white. I would then say white and red, and then the game changes and they have to be aware of who their new team players are. So in this way, I make them look up, I make them be aware of their space. The next exercise I would do is I would play 1 yellow plus 1 red plus 1 white is one team, and the other 3 are a different team. So in this case, they really have to see with whom they are playing. Also, you can see I like that the coaches play with the players, so that way they can learn. They learn one thing they learn from is playing with better players, and the other thing they learn from is playing with not so advanced players so that they can build more confidence. So I'm going to play this match. I would like you to watch this player specifically. So he's going to get the ball now, and he's actually tries to do a Druck pass. 10 minutes ago, we have practiced this. So he's applying it straight away. But he took the ball with his left foot outside of the foot. So I tell him that was good, but in this situation, when the ball is coming from that angle, use your right foot. So now he wants to do it. He's very eager to show me that he can do it. So now next motion, left foot, Druck pass, one touch goal. Absolutely fantastic. So he has shown in the match, in the real match situation, a thing which we have practiced in training, and he's applied it. Look how happy he is. He has applied it in the real match. So that is what we need to do. That's the purpose of the match, to apply what we have learned in that specific training session. All right. Okay. That's all from me. I'm very grateful for this opportunity again. I hope you have learned or you can pick up some things from this session. And if there are any questions, I'm very happy to take some questions now. So I would like to remind you, 2030, we have to be confident. We have enormous potential in India, and it's our responsibility as coaches to teach every single player, boy or girl, big or small. Our task is to be inclusive and also to build the confidence and build the building blocks so that the players can make the right decision in the right moment. All right. So if there are any questions,
thank you, Justin. And it's time for discussion, and it's time for your queries. Please feel free and ask your queries in the chat box, so we can another 5 or 10 minutes for interaction. Participants can ask any kind of questions, any kind of queries, and discuss with Justin.
If the videos, I've seen some messages, if the videos have been stuck or some problems, I'm very happy to share these videos if there are any people who are interested in that. Okay.
Justin, I have a question that how many days we can practice this training session in a week? How long, and what is the duration of the training session for kids? I mean, you are under 8 or under 10?
I recommend for under 6, 2 training sessions, and from under 6 to under 11, 3 training sessions I do recommend. Each session should take 90 minutes. Use the time efficiently, short explanations, and maximize the number of touches per player. So 90 minutes per session, and split them into 3 blocks, maybe 25 each, because you always need some buffer time. I would recommend 3 sessions.
Okay. So if you have any questions, please feel free and type in the chat box so that we can discuss.
Hi, sir.
Hello.
Hi, myself Arun.
Hello, Arun.
Hi, sir. I think it's better. Actually, what we focus here also to get more touches on the ball. So it will be better we have involved ball in coordination also, right?
Definitely. At this age, the coordination is absolutely essential. So coordination and exercises with the ball. I would not do any exercises without the ball. So I would not just let the players run to warm up. Let them run, but they should take the ball. But at this age, the coordination and the tricks is the most important thing for this young age.
Okay. Yeah, actually, we also do the same thing now. We try to bring in more touches, so at least they get 2,000 touches in a ball per session. We have kept a target like that.
That's very good.
Then actually what we start here is what we do a warm-up, but we don't do warm-up. We go into a fun warm-up. We play some fun games. We start with the wall. Then we move on to some tricks.
Exactly. So for the warm-up, the purpose of the warm-up is to get the players excited, to play some games, and build their confidence. So that's absolutely the correct approach.
Let them come
But
and enjoy the
I would not do
game.
an active warm-up with running and warming up and things like that. That is not important for kids at that age. From under 12 onwards, yes, I would include a warm-up because the muscles are cold, but at this age it's not needed.
Actually, we all focus. Let them come and enjoy the game first, then we move on to the next level. Let them enjoy the game at the age of 6, 8. Let them enjoy the field game, everything. That's what we focus. Yes,
absolutely correct. Most important thing is fun. The kids
let them enjoy
want to play. They have to have fun. They have to wake up and then want to play football. That's the essence of our job.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So once again, hope you all enjoyed the session. And on behalf of Rajagiri School of Engineering and Technology, Kochi, I extend my grateful thanks to Mr. Justin Padickakudi for his wonderful training sessions on football basics. 2 training sessions. Last month we had a training session, and this today also. So once again, on behalf of all the participants and my personal behalf, I thank Justin Padickakudi for his wonderful sessions, and hopefully we'll meet soon, or hopefully we will again keep in touch. So once again, thank you all. Thank you so much, and keep in touch through your WhatsApp or social media, so we can discuss more about football and enjoy football. Thank you so much. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Keep training. Bye.